Hello friends, welcome to my channel. And in today's video, we'll talk about the equals and hashcode method in Java. It is a very important interview question and it is generally a very important concept in Java. So basically both these methods, equals and hashcode, are already present in the object class, which is the parent class of all the classes in Java. And they are by default inherited in each of the classes that we create. But the use of these methods, equal and hashcode, comes into play more when we create some kind of data transfer or POJO kind of object, some kind of object for transferring data or collecting data or managing data. So suppose we have a student object with properties name, age, and height. So let's first talk about the equals method. How does the equal method help us? So equals method is used for checking whether two objects of the same class are meaningfully equal or not. So suppose we have two objects of student, when would they be considered meaningfully equal? They would be considered meaningfully equal when their values of name, age, and height is same in both the objects. If it is same, then they will be considered meaningfully equal irrespective of they are actually two different objects living on the heap and referenced by two different reference properties as well. That doesn't matter. What matters is that the values they are holding, and in this case, which is name, age, and height, is same in both of them. In order to correctly use this behavior, we'll have to override the equals method in the student class, and we will have to place appropriate checks to compare all the three values name, age, and height, whether it is same for these two objects or not. And if it is same, then definitely these two objects are meaningfully equal. Now let's talk about the hashcode method and basically hashcode. The hashcode is used for hashing purposes whenever we use an object of this class in any hashing data structure, for example, in a hash map or a hash set. Then this hashing behavior of the object comes into picture, and in these cases, we should consider overriding the hashcode method. So the correct way of overriding the hashcode method is to use all the properties of the student objects to generate a unique hashcode, which is of integer type to represent the object. So when we have implemented the hashcode method correctly, in that case, when we use our student object as keys in hashmap, or we use a hash set to collect many student objects, then the hashing behavior will come into picture for the student object. And then if the hash code is correctly implemented, it will perform in the correct way, because it will generate unique hash codes for unique objects of the student class. And whenever there are two same or two meaningfully equal student objects, in that case, if correctly implemented, it will generate the same hash code. This brings us to an important point, which is the contract between equals and hash code, and it is a very commonly asked interview question, and it's a tricky version as well. So the contract between equals and hash code. The contract between an equal hash code is that if two objects are meaningfully equal, then their hash code should be same, which means if their equals is returning true, then they should have the same hash code. But vice versa is not true, which means if two objects of the same class have the same hash code, doesn't mean that their equals will return true. So this is a contract which should be followed for correctly implementing the equals and hash code method. So it is a very important interview question, and it is also a very basic point which should be very well understood when talking in terms of understanding the concepts of Java. So I hope you would have liked this video. If you do like, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to our channel for more such videos. Thanks a lot.